Hey everyone! Happy Tuesday! I am here with my tutorial Tuesday of Mascara Beauty. I hope that you guys have all had a good week. I just got my hair done last week, so I am feeling fresh. And I added some additional kind of color into the top. And I'm just loving it. I do get a lot of comments on my curl and everything, and I use a T3 iron, so if you haven't heard of that, it's the best iron, and I feel like I've tried them all. So let's get started. I have already moisturized and I have primed with my Stay Spray. Today I use for moisturizer, I use the Rodan & Fields moisturizer, just the sunscreen, and then I sprayed this on top and it's already dried on my face, so we'll just go ahead and get started. I am going to start with my eyelids and just using the Maybelline Fit Me primer on my lids. And I don't know why, but my dogs are gathered around the base of this tripod and literally Brooklyn is wallowing on it. So, Brookie, sorry if you get like the wobbles. I don't know what they're obsessing there. Okay, so I just get a nice, clean, fresh palette. So my eyelids are all one color. Everyone really tends to have some discoloration on their eyelids, down towards the lash line. So I just like to get it all one color, and that way I can make sure that my eyeshadow looks really seamless, and I also think it gives a very good color to at least just kind of start from, and it like sticks, your eyeshadow sticks a little bit better. So I am going to grab my eyeshadow everything brush, and I am coming to my mascara palette here that has my eye colors. All of these are sold individually, and so I like this better than a regular palette where you buy like 10 colors but maybe 2 are your favorite, and you can't just buy those 2 individually. This one, you can just buy what you like, and as you run out, you only have to replace that one color. So this is one of my favorite parts of mascara makeup. My favorite base color for all over lid is Sabrina. So I'm just gonna pick some of that on the eyeshadow everything brush, the fluffy end, and I'm gonna windshield wiper that all the way across my lid from my brow bone all the way down to my lash line. A little more on that other eye. Perfect. Okay, so I generally start with Sabrina as a base. It does have a little bit metallic in it. I'm not sure if you can see it in here. It's not like super metallic-y, but I really like it. So today I'm wearing, let's see, I'm wearing navy today. So I think I'm just gonna do kind of a, maybe like a little bit of a natural smoky eye. So I'm gonna switch to this end of the eyeshadow everything, and I am gonna go into this color here. This is called Fin. It's one of my favorite colors. It tends to look a little bit different depending upon what you layer it with. So I'm just coming in and layering this into my crease. So if you have hooded eyes like mine, or you know, if you don't quite have a crease, you can do a faux crease. But I think it always creates some really good dimension. So our eyeshadows are super pigmented, so you don't need to pick up a lot. In fact, it's easier to pick up too much than not enough. Okay, so I've got my crease on with Thin, and then I'm gonna come back over with this color here. It's called Stardust. I'm going to use the fluffy end. So Stardust, I'm just going to start on the inner corner and go kind of halfway across and blend it into that crease color. Can you relax, please, my dear Brooklyn? All right. Okay, so I just did that about halfway over. Let's see, how are we looking here? I'm gonna grab my mirror. It's pretty good. So I like just using the couple colors and then like kind of blending them together. You don't get like a really overdone look, but you just get a really nice look. Like this is an everyday look. It doesn't look like I tried too hard, and I think makeup should look like you didn't try too hard. Because if you are trying too hard, I mean, then you're probably not being yourself. So So that's kind of my 2 cents here. So I'm going to, I'm missing a brush. Must have left it in my bathroom. Okay, well, I'm going to stick with the eyeshadow everything brush then. I'm going to use the smaller end here. I'm going to pick up some thin here on the bottom, and I'm just going to smoke it out on my lower lash line. Usually I use a little bit thinner of a brush to do this, so I'll probably have to come in and clean this up here in a second. I got a little heavy on that side. And I think I'm going to pick up a little, I think, Trust here, because I like my lower a little bit deeper. All right. So far, so good. I'm just going to clean this up really quick before I start on the rest of my face. So I'm just taking a little Q-tip, trusty Q-tip, and I'm just going to clean up that line a little and sharpen it up just slightly. I like a more smoky look. I think that's naturally, so I don't like it like a super fine line. I think that's kind of a dated look, but I mean, hey, to each their own. And then I'm just going to make sure I don't have any residual color on my face. I'm just going to dust it off, and then I'm going to start on my face. So my color has been changing all summer, and again, that's part of the reason why I love mascara and I love my artist kit, is because as my color changes, I can just rematch myself and go from there. So I love that. So if you're going to buy one brush from Maskcara, you probably start with this 30-second hack brush. I honestly think just skip the one brush and get 2 brushes. Get the B-squared bronzer brush and the detail hack brush. You're going to be so much happier in the end. So I'm going to start with the smaller end of the B-squared bronzer brush, and I'm just going to dip it into White Peach. So this is my brightening color. So you could use one color all over, but the reality is our faces aren't one color all over. And so these tins are relatively inexpensive. They're $14 each. So even if you bought 3 of them, you're still going to be spending less than your regular department store color. So I'm just stippling this on underneath my eye. And yeah, sure, right now it looks a little intense, but just wait for it. I promise. So this is my brightening color. Everyone get that? Brightening color. So it's usually a couple shades lighter than your base color. So now I'm going to come in, and my base color right now is amber. My normal base color is candlelit, but I got a little tanner than I planned to this summer. Even though I wear so much sunscreen, I don't understand how it happens. It's a reapplication. So I'm just picking up, and you don't need a lot. I especially recommend if you live in a hot or humid climate, just be really, really light on your application. A little of this makeup goes a very, very long way. So again, I'm just kind of stippling it. I'm not swiping, I'm stippling. I really think this helps kind of like get it to sit in your skin the right way and be more of a second skin than like float on top. The surefire way to tell if this is not the right color for you is if you look in the mirror after and you feel like the color is sitting on top of your skin. If it feels like it's not like soaking in and sitting like a second skin, then you've got the wrong color. And most of the time people are on too light of a color than too dark of a color. So just make sure if you've been matched by another artist and you're like, this isn't working for me. I mean, there's a lot of amazing artists out there, but go back to that artist and maybe ask them for like what the one shade darker would be to see if you guys can get it right. That's one of the things I think I see most mistakes about. Okay, so I'm going to move on to contouring. My favorite contour is Astoria. I used to use Olive a lot during the winter when I was whiter, and then Astoria I just feel like gives me, I don't know, the look I'm going for. So I'm just taking the edge of the detail hack brush and I am just kind of pressing it in there, and then I am swiping it on my face. Here, you're already going to see I made a mistake. That's too much product right there, but I'm going to show you how you fix that. So I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to worry about that little mix up there. And I'm going to show you how easy it is with this makeup. It is not rocket science, even though people like act like I'm like doing major artistry over here. It's not, and I'm going to show you how it's going to blend out, and it's all going to look Beautiful. Okay, so chiseled out those cheekbones. You can see, like, all of a sudden my face looks already thinner. I don't know anyone who doesn't want a thinner face. Well, maybe some people. Okay, so I'm gonna come and take that same color Astoria, and I am blending into my hairline. So I'm just, this I actually am sweeping on, so this I'm not using as much as a stippling motion as I am sweeping. And then I'm taking that same end and I am coming to define my chin line. So you can see here I'm just swiping it on the outer edge of my chin and then up the back side of my jawbone, like so. All right, so take a look at how this looks before it's blended. I mean, obviously you can see it on my skin. It doesn't look super natural right now, but I want you to see this because I think it's really important to show the difference. I also contour my nose. Again, this is super optional. And if you're looking to have a more basic routine, this is definitely not necessary or required. I just think it's kind of magical, so I do it. So I recently started going all the way up to my eyebrow. Again, each nose is different, and I can give you some tips for what your nose looks like. If you do a color match and send me your selfie, I can give you kind of a more customized recommendation based on your face shape. Okay, and then I'm going to come under here and just darken a little bit under my lip. You can see how that immediately makes my bottom lip look bigger. It's freaking magic. Yeah. So we just came out with 5 new blushes, and I haven't ordered them yet, but I'm dying to. I'm on a little bit of a budget hiatus here from shopping, so once I get those, I can't wait to try them out for you all. I saw them all on some other artist pages, and man, they're really pretty. So let's see. So today I am having a pretty casual day. I have a training at my real estate office, and I do have a board meeting later, but because I don't have clients today, I'm pretty casual. So normally on my more casual looks, for some reason, I do like a cheerier, brighter look. So I'm gonna pick up this color here, and it's watermelon, baby watermelon here. It looks really bright, but I'm just going to kind of load the puffy end of the bronzer brush, and I'm gonna smile and lightly feather this on. So it looks really crazy bright, like it looks hot pink here. It's this color right here, but it's really beautiful when you get it on. And I am definitely a blush girl. I love that pop of color. So notice I haven't done any perfecting or blending to this point. I just don't think it's necessary. I think you can save all your perfecting and blending for one time at the end. That's me. Every artist has their own style, but I like to show you how I maximize this for my routine. I generally have about 10 minutes to put on makeup. When I'm not talking you through it, I can do it like 800 times faster. And so can you. So I'm just using a damp perfector. So this is a mascara product. This is not a beauty blender. I will tell you it does make a difference. These tend to be, I don't know, like puffier, so I just get it wet, I wring it out in a towel, and then it's perfect for just kind of evening things out on my face. So look, remember how I had that like brown streak here that I messed up? This is what it looks like now. Brown streak? What brown streak? Looks like I'm a little heavier on this side, so I'm just gonna blend it a little bit more. All right, and I think that looks pretty decent. I am going to just do a quick casual grooming of my eyebrows using the Maybelline Brow Drama. All of the products that I use are linked on my color match page, and the link is in the section below here. What is that called? I don't know, the comment section? The description section? It's in there. Really? I don't think this is the time for that. Hudson, no kidding. Brooklyn. No. Thank you. So I'm just grooming my eyebrows to get them kind of, this makes them like slightly darker. which I like, but it just gets them like looking really polished. Like I spent a ton of time and money on getting them like professionally done, but y'all know I haven't. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm gonna do for a lip. So I don't love using the mascara lip and cheek for my my lips. It just doesn't stay long enough. I think it tastes weird. So I use a lot of the Rimmel lip products. Some people hate these because they're too drying, but the majority of people I've recommended these to say they're better than most of the really expensive lip stains that they get. So my goal for my look is always to be like the least maintenance throughout the day. So I definitely want it to be like something that's long lasting, that I don't have to touch up a lot, because I'm probably not going to do it. Once I get going, oh man, it's hard to stop me. So right now I'm just lining. I'll tell you the color here in a second. Lining's super important. It just immediately makes your lips look fuller. Like, and this is on my line. I'm not exaggerating here, even though this is called Exaggerate. So this is a Rimmel product. It's called Exaggerate, and the color is Enchantment. So this is what it looks like. And then I am going to switch over to the lip stain. It looks like this. And the color I'm going to be using is called Flirty Flame. You can find these linked on my color match page. You can also find them at like Walgreens and Target. All right. All right, we're bright and cheery today. Let's see. All right, feeling good. So just a couple other kind of optional steps that I don't do every day. I think because I'm in front of this ring light, I feel paler than I normally am. So I'm gonna come in with some of the Cayman bronzer. That's our powder bronzer. We also have a cream bronzer that a lot of people like to use actually before they even get started on their routine. I tend to be an oilier skinned person, and so I feel like the powder on top works best for me. Okay, so, all right, feeling pretty good about that. And then, depending upon what your skin's like, you can either use the Maskcara Stay Spray. This has SPF 30, so I put this on at the beginning, and then I've been testing out this Kula product. I think it's hard to see in this light, but I got this in my FabFitFun box. It also has SPF 30, and I've really been liking how it wears throughout the day. I feel like I have one of the most natural dew textures, not matte, but not shiny, using this product combined with a setting powder. So you just shake it up. It has not a great smell or taste, FYI. So I just get some good coverage. I like it a little bit better than the mascara one because I always feel like the mascara one gets my face like way too wet right after I've done it. And I don't know why that just stresses me out. And then I got this in my my FabFitFun box this winter. I think actually it was the spring edit, and this is called let's see, where's Siete Extraordinary Setting Powder. It's just like a powder, white loose powder, setting powder. So I just dump some out into the lid. I take this brush here. This is just any old random brush. Swish it around, dust it off, and then I use this kind of on the areas that I normally get really oily. For some reason, that Kula mixed with this has just been the right ticket for me, as we have been hot AF around here. So, so let's see how we're looking. What did we miss? Oh, Illuminator. I don't do Illuminator every day too, but Illuminator is that signature mascara glow. So let's see, what am I gonna do today? I'm just gonna do this white color here called Pearl. It's just like, it's a pretty natural one. The powder illuminators tend to be like a little bit more bold than I am. So I use that for like a glam going out at night look. So I'm just using my finger to press this along my cheekbone. I swipe some down the ridge of my nose, and then I also kind of tap some on right at the very top on my brow bone. Yeah. All right. Just double check. feel like this is good. I hope you guys enjoyed this Tuesday tutorial. If you'd like to be color matched or purchase any of the products that I showed you here today, feel free to click the link down in the description below. Feel free to reach out too. If you're in the Arizona market, I'm happy to do a custom in-person match. I just require that you buy $100 in product. There's no fee for my doing a custom match, and I'll actually do a full face of makeup. So it's great if you're getting ready to go to an event, you get your makeup done, you order some makeup, and it's win-win for everyone. So let me know if you guys have questions. I hope that you guys have a great rest of the week, and happy Tuesday.